Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen. We have been talking about Unit 5. This is now the third lecture on the lesson of gender inequality is detrimental to society. We have been discussing it on page 194. We are finished with the first three paragraphs. We are going to talk about the next paragraph, which is about nutrition. It is on page 195. I told you, thesis statement is the sketch of your essay. So in the previous lecture, I mentioned thesis statement twice, so you can refer back to those lectures. Here, in thesis statement, I just want to give you a quick review here, that in the first paragraph we talked about education, in the second paragraph we talked about health, the condition of health specifically of women in Pakistan, and now here we are going to talk about nutrition. See, this is how you are going to draw a line, draw a circle around your essay, that these are the limitations of my essay and I will stay inside these circles, right? So in the first paragraph we talked about education, then health, and now nutrition. How women are suffering because of the lack of food or proper nutrition, right? We are on page 195. Please open your books on page 195. Malnutrition is another factor responsible for poor female health in Pakistan and some other developing countries. In fact, we talked about the health condition of women. So they are suffering. They are having, they are struggling with their health most of their times, most of their lives. And the reason is first during childbirth, right? And the second is they don't have, their food is not full of nutrition. They do eat food, no doubt, but these, there are 6 components in food, in a balanced diet. Basically, some of them are missing in their diet, or some are in excessive, right? In excess in those, excess of those nutrition and lacking of some others is also bad for health, definitely. So one of the most dangerous issues with women in Pakistan is also that their health condition is quite bad. And nutrition is one of the reasons, because they don't have a balanced diet. According to medical experts, more than 60% of women in Pakistan have the deficiency of vitamin D. Medical experts, according to them, in Pakistan, almost 60% and more than 60% of women, they are the victim of deficiency of vitamin D. Just imagine, more than 60% women. This situation is quite grave and gloomy. Of course, this is a situation where one should feel bad about. The quality as well as quantity of food for female and male is based on discrimination. Discrimination taasub pe mabni hai. It means that the quantity and quality of food is also based on, for example, I'm going to serve, or the food that is being served to male members is different from that which is being served to the female members. And the quantity also. We used to provide the best, and a little bit, in larger quantity, we provide this food to our male members, and the other way around to our female members. He is going to explain it down the paragraph. The male members of a family are served first with good quality food, while women dine what is left behind on the dining table. This thing was very much there previously, and I believe now, since with education and people are, they are now more aware of the rights of women. So this situation is quite controlled, but previously mostly women used to eat after the male member of the family, they have finished eating their meal, right? And this was a common practice. Women could not eat before the male members of the family. Previously, now these days I believe the situation is quite different. It is assumed that women do not need good nutrition and can survive and grow well with low calories intake. And this is a common thought, that women do not need good quality food or enough nutrition, because they can survive with low nutrition also. This is a common thought in the society, which is of course wrong. As a result, women fall a victim to many diseases. And of course, when you have deficiency of a certain nutrients in your body, you will fall a victim to the diseases, and that is why our women are mostly sick. As a matter of fact, women need good nutritious food because they have to feed and bring up children. In fact, the other way around, women should be given more food, good quality food, because specifically when they are in their maternity period, when they are pregnant with their kids, they should be provided very good quality of food. The other way around is the reality is that mostly we ignore this thing, right? And we believe that women can survive with low calories intake, which is of course wrong, and that is why they are having bad health situations. But due to discriminatory attitude of the male members of the family, women are ignored in every walk of life. This sentence is a bit hard and harsh, I believe, but yes, I have to translate it for you or explain it for you. They said that because of this discriminatory attitude of male members of the family, women are, they are suffering in every walk of life. They are not suffering in every walk of life, but in most of them, of course, they do. Such weak and anemic women produce sick and unnourished next generation. This is the repetition of the same point that they have already discussed in the previous paragraph, that sick women will definitely produce sick children. A woman with good health will only be able to produce healthy kids. Otherwise, if the mother is sick, definitely she will produce somehow a weak or anemic kids. This gender inequality depicts a horrible picture of the health conditions of women in Pakistan. Just the picture that the writer drew, it says that it is a very horrible picture. This poor health situation also hampers women's participation in the economic growth of the country, and that is why all women they cannot basically participate as all men do in the progress and prosperity of the country because of their bad health situation. हम कहते हैं ना जब जान है तो जहान है, right? So mostly they are sick and they cannot of course participate in the prosperity of the country. I am on page 196. I believe you have turned the pages. I am going to discuss this next paragraph a bit quickly. Pakistani women are not independent and self-reliant for their financial need. This is very much true. When the women are not educated, when their health condition is not good, it means that they cannot go for jobs, which directly make them more vulnerable in the family, because they are mostly dependent for their financial need on their male members. Definitely, for example, if there's a daughter, if there's a wife, if there's a sister, they are all dependent on the male members of the family for their financial needs. They must depend on their male members of the family. This aspect is another factor for their vulnerability. And this is also one of the reasons that they are vulnerable. Vulnerable means that they are open to attack. They are easy. They are easy targets. Everybody is going to scold them. Everybody is going to beat them. Everybody is going to, and they are the easy target for violence. Due to lack of education, women are not able to get appropriate jobs. When there is no education, definitely there will be no good jobs. So women, they are jobless because in the first place, they are not even educated. Women are given less job opportunities. Well, I believe this is not true these days, but still, that is what the writer claims. Women work in industries, factories, and mills are given less wages as compared to the wages paid to the male workers. This issue is very much there in this was the issue, in the European countries, etc., because mostly women work there in the factories and they also are participating in the development of the country, but their wages were different. So they wanted to have equal wages, right? So mostly male members are paid more than female members. Although women workers contribute to the economy of the country, yet there is no effective security plan to safeguard their rights. This is right. They are being victimized on the basis of gender. Mostly women are victimized on the basis of gender, that she's a woman, so let's exploit her financially, morally, etc. More than 15 million female home-based workers are currently working in Pakistan, but their salaries are so small that they hardly earn a square meal. 15 million female, they are working in these home-based chores, etc. So they are working in other homes, they are washing their dishes, washing their clothes, etc., pressing them, etc. But they are not being paid enough, and they cannot survive with such a small amount of salary, I would say. As a result, they have to live from hand to mouth, which is the reason that they are living a very miserable life, a very difficult life. Living from hand to mouth means that you have not enough money to buy your own meal even. let alone your health conditions. All these sufferings are because of inequality in society, especially in case of women folk. And that is happening, and there is a huge difference between the gender in Pakistan. That is because we have discriminated over women based on their gender. I'm going to stop here, and inshallah we will discuss the other part in the last lecture on the text of this lesson. Thank you very much.